everyone. In today's video, we are going to see this PlayFair cipher. So, what is the difference between the Cipher cipher and PlayFair cipher means? Cipher cipher is a mono-alphabetic and PlayFair is a polyalphabetic. What is this mono and poly means? Mono means we will use only one letter at once to convert it from plain text to cipher or cipher to plain. Polyalphabetic means we will use two letters. That means pair of letters to convert from cipher to plain or plain to cipher. So in this complete PlayFair cipher, we will use 5 by 5 grid. So in these 5 by 5 grid, what we have to fill is letters of English alphabet. That is A to Z. But there are 26 letters, right? Here we have 5 by 5 means only 25 we will get. So in that case, we have to make sure that I and J will be in the same box. Okay. This is how you have to form a grid, and we'll see what are the rules of the grid and how we have to make sure that from the grid how we have to convert the plain text to cipher text as well. So here also make sure that you remember, if we are making a grid means that grid is key grid. That means we will have one key value, right? In Caesar cipher it is number. Here it is only word. Okay, word, or it depends on the one who are using this algorithm. So key will be in the matrix, and plain text we will write plain text, and we will divide the plain text into two letter format since this is polyalphabetic, and then using these letters and cross checking in the grid, we will follow some rules also. So using those rules we will find the cipher text. This is how the process will goes on, and now I'll explain how you have to make a grid. For example, Athens is a word. We have to make this 5 by 5 grid going from left to right in the table. Okay, this is ADHENS. Okay, this is how you have to make a grid. So whatever the key there is Athens, you are following this one. Okay, Athens, ATHENS. For example, in this word, if there are any repeating letters, like for example, let's say here instead of E, there is A. Since you already written A here, you should not write here A again. So omit the duplicate letters. That is what I meant to say. Okay. After writing that, then how you have to fill this complete thing is, you have to fill with the remaining letters in the order. Okay. Let's start from A. A, it's already filled here in the word, in the key it is. So you shouldn't write A. Next letter is what? B. B is not there in this, so write B. And then C, it's not there here, so write D. It's not here, so write E. It's here, so shouldn't write again. Then F, G, H, it's there, so don't write. I or J, I said write I or J should be in the same box. No matter if you have an extra box also, you have to write it I and J. When you will get extra box, if the letters are repeating, then you will get this extra box. Okay. Then K, L, N. So you have to like this. Remaining boxes should be filled with the letters in the order only. Okay. This is how you have to form the grid. Now, how you have to find what is the procedure means? First, divide the plain text into pairs. That means plain text is hello. For example, plain text, you are encrypting the plain text hello using the key Athens. So for Athens you have to write this grid, and for plain text you have to divide it as two letters. Okay. If there is any case that the two letters are same, two in hello, HELLO, LL are same. Okay, they are consecutive, repeatingly. So in such case you have to use a filler letter. That means HELXLO. So you have to use one filler letter just to make sure that no repeating letters will be there. Then after that you have to divide. Okay, this is one thing. And also if your plain text is having odd number of letters, that means like 3, 7, 5, then you can't divide them into two, right? So take same, here we have used hello. We'll just go with work, WORK. Okay, it's 4 only, so works I'll take. Okay, here what 5 letters are there, so you can split 2 and 2. Now you can't take the single letter in the polyalphabetic, so in such cases you have to fill it with the Z. Okay, letter Z. So whenever we have odd letters, we will fill it with Z. Okay, this is also one of the rule. Now while doing the encryption or decryption, we have few more rules. The first one is if the pair of letters appear in the same row, that means now what we will do, whatever this works is there, whatever is this plain text, whatever this is key grid, first W, we will check for W and O. So where is W here? Where is O? It's all different. For example, if W and O are in the same row, okay, here it is W and make sure, just imagine, here it is O. That means they are in the same row. Then how you have to do, what is the next letter for W? X. What is the next letter for O? Then Z. So you have to write the next letters. Okay, that is what I want to say. If that is the last letter and there is no letter after that, that means whatever the plain text O, it's here, right? So O after that there is no letter. So what should we write that? Consider this complete key grid is a circular grid. That's not a flat grid. That means this is grid, right? You have to fold in this way. I mean, just for imagination I'm telling you this. So you have to fold it this way. Now what happens? Okay, this row, I mean this one, I'm folding it like this. So whatever the letter Z is here, it is the position with this. Okay, this is Z, and what comes next? First row, I mean first letter of that same row, V. That means this. So this is circular. Same wise for column also. Okay, make sure that you remember this point. And after that, this is for the row. And what if the two letters are in the same column? That means they are in the same column. So here what we are writing the next letter. So here also we will write the next letter only, but vertical way. Next letter of N. So M, next letter is U. That is how you have to write. I'll just explain with this complete thing with an example, then you will clearly understand. I'm just telling the rules of this grid and how you have to convert the plain text to ciphertext now. Okay. If the letters you are finding are first and last, then the same approach how I have explained you. Take the first letter of this and then, I mean, whenever you roll it, then whatever the letter you will come, you will get, that letter you have to fill. And these are two rules, and there is one more rule. So what is that rule? Means if the pair of letters does not appear in the same row and does not appear in the same column as well. That means one letter is here, one letter is here. These are not in the same row, same row and not in the same column. They are somewhere different. So in such cases, you have to make a small grid, that means small matrix, such that whatever the letters you want, they are in the corners. That means, for example, in your letter it's T and F. Then you have to make a grid from the T to F. Okay, like this. You have to make sure that the row is included and its column is included. You have to make some small grid inside it. That is how you have to make. And after that, you have those two letters will definitely be in the diagonal way, opposite corners only. So the other two opposite corners will be the ciphertext for the plain text letter. I'll explain this also, don't worry. And now in our example, tutorials is key, okay, and the plain text is hide money. Okay, this is what we are trying to encrypt. Okay, tutorials is key. Now we have to write T and then U. T already we wrote, so you shouldn't write this. Then O, then R, then I, A, L, S. Okay, we are done with the key. Now we have to fill the remaining letters, right? So we have to start from A. A, it's already in the key, so don't write it. Then B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now it's I already in the key, so don't write. What I said, I and J should be in the same box, so you shouldn't write J also. So I'm making sure that all those rules will be applied in this example. Okay, H. Then I, J, already it's I is there, so remove I and J. K, L is there, M, N, O is there. So M, N, O, P, Q, R it's here, so don't write it. S it's here, don't write it. And then T it's here, don't write it. U also it's here, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay, this is how you have to fill the grid. Now grid is completed. Now the next thing is plain text. Plain text we have to do it in the pairs. What is our plain text? Hide money is our plain text. Okay, how many letters are there in this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So what is 9? 9 is odd letter, odd number of letters. So first let's split. Okay, this is 1, this is one pair, this is one pair, one pair, one pair. Now y is left with only 1. So what I said, in such cases you have to add z to this. Okay, this is what I meant. Now how you have to convert this to cipher text, I'll tell you. First, what are the letters? H and I. So look for H and I in this grid. Where is H? It's here, right? Where is I? It's here. Yeah, those are in the same column. So if they are in the same column means we have to write the below letters, below the letter. So for H, what you will write? You should write Q down. Okay, next to it, Q. For I, what is the next letter to I? It's C. Q, C. Make sure that you make a habit of writing like this, and then you can erase it. Then you won't be in a confusion. Okay. Next, D and E. Check for D and E. D and E. Okay, they are in the same row. So what you have to make? You have to write the next letter to it. So what is the next letter of D? It's E. So write E. Next E, right? Okay. For E, it's F. No problem if these keys are same. I mean, if these letters are same, just go with the same order only. Okay. For one letter, you have to write the next. For the other letter, you have to write the next. Done. Then MO. Where is M and O? M is here. And then where is O? It's O. Yeah. See, M is here, O is here. So they are not in the same row. They are not in the same column. So now what I told, you have to make a grid. So make sure that that grid will have the corner letters as this only. M, and where is O? It's here. So till this box. So this box to this box you have to make a grid. Small grid. This is what I meant to say, like how you have to make the grid. Okay. M and O will be in the opposite corners definitely. Okay, because we are making the grid up to them only. Now what the letters will be? Opposite letters. Opposite diagonal will be your answer. So for M, where is this? Okay, M and O. M and O, right? For M it will be N. Okay, N. I mean the same row diagonal will be there. If the N is here, then that means if N is here, if there is some other letter here, then what you should write? The other diagonal only. So for M, in the same row, whatever the last element of the grid, that you have to write. So N. And then for O, it's U. Okay, done. I'll repeat this point again. What I meant to say is, for example, if the grid is like this, here it is M, and here it is O, some P, R, S, T. Okay, just for example, I am telling you. Now M is here and O is here. You are working on M and O. So you are writing for M and O. For M, you have the answer will be definitely T and R, opposite diagonal only, T, R. But the order I am saying, so you should write T, R or T. That is what I am telling you. If the order is M and O, first M it is there. So what is the other diagonal? It's T, R. So the same row M is here, right? For M, it should be this last element. So it will be T. For O, the last element. This is R. Okay. That means matrix last element will be the answer. Okay. Ultimately, there will be the opposite diagonal only. That is what I am telling. Okay. And where are we? Hide MO done. Next N and E. Where is N and E? E is here. N is here. Yeah. Both are in the different row and different column. Now we will make one grid here. For E, for N, you have to make sure that E and N will be in the same grid. Now the order is N and D. So for N, it will be M. For E it will be F. Okay, for E it will be F. This is also again 2 by 2 grid only, so I couldn't explain like this, but I have explained it here. So make sure that if there are any grids forming like this, you consider the order as well. Since here only 2, you are just making the next letters only, but that's not the case. You shouldn't write the next letters, you should write the diagonals. That is what I am telling. Okay, and MF done. Then YZ, we have added Z letter, right? Okay, Y and Z, so they are in the same row. Now for Y we have to write Z, and for Z there is no letter here. What he told, you should, it's a cyclic process. Okay, for Z it will be again V. If they are in this way, then you have to consider this way. Okay, like that. It's a circular table or circular grid, you can say. Okay, this is what the cipher text of the plain text hide money. Okay, Q C E F N U M F Z B. This is how you have to make. If you have any doubts, please comment for this video. I'll explain you clearly with the other example as well. Thank you.